Root started from a visual idea. Actually, there was some ideas about images I wanted to create, and I tried to approach it on a, I would say, rather sculptural, from a sculptural side, to create a dynamic object that would form in space by using a liquid that consists of iron, salt, and distilled water, and I pulse electricity through it, and I have an animation software in the back that works on a musical scale. And so I'm pulsing in different positions in space and make an object stretch in 3D space. And this means that when this iron is developing, the whole flow of the current in this space is different, and all the current that goes through it, that is constantly changed, comes out and runs through a resonance filter, and this is the acoustic part of the project. And on a larger view, it's a cyclic project, so it grows for a certain time, like for 2 hours, and then it goes into another stage where it breaks apart and sinks to the ground and restarts to grow after some time on the ruins of the things that are still there. The only practical approach I had was a black and white picture of that size, how it was all working in the 50s. And I tried to always make it match my imagination and what I wanted it to do. But I clearly found out that putting my wishes into that material was not as easy as I thought. So I had to change position and then actually approach my imagination by letting the material do it. Yeah, so Gordon Pask in the 50s had a very reduced means and mechanical opportunities to try to build a computer that did not work with logic and on a 5-volt basis. So what he actually tried was to take matter and make it behave like he had the idea the human body would behave, and make it do things that were actually impossible and are still impossible for us. So he managed to let the iron crystals grow in this fluid in a 2D plane and develop a kind of hardware. So it was growing hardware to differentiate frequencies, so the system could hear a little bit. I mean, just to differentiate two frequencies. It's not too much of an ear function, but a basic thing. And I just did not try to repeat that, but I was just interested in the fact that you just take something that there is and try to work with it or play with it and see what you can do with it and what this might mean for us. Like he was taking this metaphor of how the human brain could work, like this basic structure, and he found it in nature and tried to just manipulate it and see what it became. But I would wish to that people take their knowledge of how to use simulation and logics to apply them more to matter and to new materials probably, and to see what kind of sculptural methods could be found maybe. I think that Interact or Die is very explicit.